Going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is Zachary Smith. First and foremost, before we dive into this, if you could please subscribe to the channel, leave me a like, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff that I say at the beginning of every single video. Please be sure to do that for me. Also, comment down below. Let me know how you feel about what was covered in this video, anything that you want to see in the future. All right, you can tell by the title. My bias is kind of leaking over here. My Steelers fandom is leaking over onto my personal channel for a video just because I'm so excited about this guy. Like, really not talked about within the Steelers offense. Obviously, all the focus on the other running back, Najee Harris. George Pickens, very exciting rookie season. Deontay Johnson, gets a ton of targets in this offense. Pat Freiermuth, even there's so many guys on this offense that are so it's understandable why he gets overshadowed. But the Steelers finally finding a running back to complement their feature back after so many years of throwing these mid-round draft picks at guys for mid-production, and then finally finding a guy like Jaylen Warren as an undrafted free agent last year. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Awesome sight to see the Steelers finally hitting on that. It's because the running back position has obviously just become so devalued. Like, it seems every single year it becomes more and more devalued, right? But we're talking about a guy that realistically, like, if anything were to happen in Najee, you feel pretty good about Jaylen Warren being able to stay on the field for all three downs. And when you're not paying him a ton, when you don't have to invest high draft capital like you did in Najee Harris, obviously, with a first-round pick, like, it's imperative to find this production. So to have this thunder and lightning now with Najee and Jaylen Warren, it's going to be an awesome thing. They've obviously now invested into the offensive line in front of these guys. So I'm expecting big things in 2023 from this guy, from the team in general, but especially from Jaylen Warren, who I think just offers them so much and really just goes unnoticed within this offense. Like I said, because of the other pieces, and especially because he's not even the number one running back on the depth chart. But I'm going to share, obviously we're going to go through some of his highlights here. And we're going to talk about why I feel like this guy can be a very nice piece for this offense, even though he's not, the heralded guy within it. So let's get into it. All right, so pretty basic stuff here off the jump. Just a little dump out. This is, very early on. He really didn't get involved until this Buffalo game. You'll see him get involved a little bit in this game, and then just as the weeks go by, just more and more touches kind of catered to him within the offense. Look at this on Pass Pro. A couple Pass Pro reps are going to be in here. But you see, this is kind of in garbage time at this point. I say kind of, definitely in garbage time at this point. Getting some nice reps in as a receiver, which I think was nice to see. I know a lot of people have talked about, like, I think it's a lot of it's because he wears number 30, but like giving off some Austin Eckler vibes as a receiver. Especially because, like, I get it for sure. I think the thing is he's not really lining up out wide either, which you don't see Austin Eckler do a ton. He's catching the ball coming out of the backfield. But what I really liked about Jaylen and watching him was what he would do after the catch. He's just that first guy. He's never really bringing him down. You got to get, a ton of guys to get him to the ground. He's able to make guys miss. He's going to lose. I mean, with how low he is, with how low he can get that pad level, obviously not a very tall guy. So, with his stature, just based off that, right, he's going to have a lower pad level, but he can make himself so small. You see what he does here in a non-competitive game, still competing. This was really the game for me where I really started to notice Jaylen Warren, and was in this Saints game. I really thought he made his mark in this one. And this is kind of where everything turned around for the Steelers, right? I mean, after their bye week, TJ comes back. It seems like this kind of started a nice little winning streak for them. And everything just kind of turned around the second half of the season. And this was the starting point for a lot of things, but definitely for Jaylen Warren's ascendance in this offense. Lot of plays in here as a receiver. And again, look at that. He's not going down right away, fighting for those extra yards. Love to see it. Kenny loves to see it. Hurdle there. Best Najee Harris impression that he can give you. I love what he did with the ball in his hands. I'm actually not sure. Oh, okay. As a block, I was wondering why this one was on here. But yeah, you see him get out as the lead blocker on this Steven Sims end around. Another play as a receiver here. The order that I did these in was kind of off right there, obviously. Takes a little dump off again. That first point of contact, not being able to bring him down. Really good footwork, able to make himself smaller in space. Gains a ton after the catch on this one. Just taking that little dump off. This was another really nice game for him. He ends up scoring his first career touchdown a little later. Really nice job by Chooks getting out on that block in space. Oh, no, it was Daniels. I thought it was Chooks. Daniels getting out in space there. Another pass pro rep there where he takes on Shaq Thompson, kind of just stunts him on that blitz. Really like that concept, honestly. And here's his first touchdown. I love this celebration. A little extracurricular after it. A couple of stiff arms on that one and a hurdle. Another rep there in pass pro. Great job picking up this guy on this. I'm glad we're getting an overhead view too. Coming across the formation to take that guy off the edge. I feel like for his size, there could be concerns about what he is as a between the tackles runner. I think he answered a lot of those, though. I really liked what I saw between the tackles. Obviously, you're seeing a ton of what he can do as a receiver out of the backfield. I don't know. I really think the Steelers found something here. And he talked about, the added muscle that he had put on this offseason. I'm really excited about him. Nice concept here on this end around. He beats everybody to the edge, gets a ton of extra yardage going down the sideline. I mean, you look at that. The Ravens have more play. They got 4 guys there compared to the 2 Steelers there to block. And the Steelers still win that matchup. Warren's, that foot race gets to the outside. He was getting a ton of carries out of shotgun. And I think that's why, he didn't face nearly as many stacked boxes as Najee. The advanced numbers really like Jaylen Warren. Like, he was very efficient. I'm very curious as to, how it carries over. There's a lot of talk about trying to get them both on the field. I think, that would be smart, but we've talked about it so many times in the past that, like, I just want to see it. To believe it, I'm going to have to see it. So that'll do it. There's some Jaylen Warren for you. But again, like, I'm totally on board with the idea of seeing both those backs on the field at the same time. I'm by no means saying that Jaylen Warren should be RB1 in Pittsburgh. I just think that he is, kind of an underrated asset for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense that more people need to be talking about, and more people need to learn his name, because I really do think he's going to be a contributor for the Steelers in 2023 and beyond. We'll see at some point in time, like, if the Steelers don't pay Najee, there could be a point in time where Jaylen Warren is RB1 in Pittsburgh. I think as long as you have both those guys, though, you're cooking. You're giving Matt Canada zero excuses when you look across this offense with what he's got to work with. So I'm very excited to see how things play out for Pittsburgh in 2023. I'm really excited to see how things play out for Jaylen Warren and what his role is going to be going forward. I think you looked at last year, the trust just continued to grow. He was getting more and more snaps, more and more touches each week. So 2023 could be big things for Jaylen Warren. But we will see. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Again, my name is Zachary Smith. If you could do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave me a like, hit that notification bell. I'll be back hopefully by the time you guys, well, if you're not watching this right away, obviously it won't necessarily be tomorrow, but I'm going to be uploading another video giving my most underrated player at each position in the NFL. Really excited about that one, but that will be up soon, and click on whatever video is popping up right now on the channel as well. But we will see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.